What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the street reporter. And a lot of people always ask me wild ass questions. Like, one of the most wild questions I'm always asked. And it's kind of crazy too, because I really don't understand it, but I do get that people know that I'm a drill historian. I've been documenting the culture for a while. So a question that they always ask me is, who drilled FBGDuck? And I kind of feel like that's a little on the side of police. You know, you got to remember, I'm not the YouTube police. I'm not an Instagram officer. That's not my angle while I'm doing these videos. My angle is to give you the news that's covered up. You know, I feel like this is the new wave of news, and a lot of people don't really want the guy sitting behind the desk no more. You know, they want to know what's really going on in their communities. But when it comes to FBGDuck death, I think his death is a little suspicious, to be honest with you, because we clearly see that he had enemies all over the internet. You know, this wasn't really hard to see. This guy had a lot of enemies on the internet, and plus he was in an internet dispute with rappers. He was dissing dead people. Some of his ops was dissing his dead homies and shit like that. This guy was clearly hot. All his friends were murdered. A lot of his close family members were murdered. You know, his brother Brick was killed. His friend Can't Get Right was killed. His friend Poppy was killed. His friend TB was killed. His friend KI was killed. His friend Tuka was killed. His friend Kobe was killed. He was killed. Boss Trail was killed. We even heard about Raheem was killed. You know, a lot of close people to him was murdered. He was in a community that he was rapping, like 63rd and St. Lawrence, which was in the middle of two neighborhoods he was warring with. He was warring with 600. He was warring with O Block, okay? And 63rd is right in the middle. So he was sandwiched in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to just pinpoint and say these guys did it or these guys did it, but I'm not going to lie. I don't find it suspicious that, you know, he was mapped out, and the way that he died downtown in the daytime, shooters, cameras, a lot of people out there, eyewitnesses. It seemed like people didn't really give a fuck who was out there. It seemed like he was a high target and somebody had a real reason to want to take him out. You know, I'm not going to lie. He was beefing with a lot of people who got successful and got rich. Like I say, one of the worst things you can ever do is be in war with a motherfucker and they end up getting rich. Imagine y'all beefing and shooting at each other and dissing each other, dead homies, and then y'all go to sleep and then wake up the nigga you beefing with rich. He gonna get on your ass. You get what I'm saying? And I think something like this might have happened to that young man. You know, I don't think he got into an altercation downtown. I don't think he bumped somebody and somebody got pissed off. I think he was followed, or maybe he was spotted by an enemy. And in my opinion, you know, if you look close enough, you can find out the people who might have had something to do with this. Now, to directly point at who's the shooter or who exactly did it, that might be hard to do, because there's some street shit, and I don't think streets really talk. But this is what I'm saying. I do believe that case could be solved because it was downtown. I'm pretty sure it was witnesses. I'm pretty sure it was cameras. But now I'm not sure exactly if the camera footage was real fuzzy, if witnesses really want to come out and identify people. You know, if you're downtown, you don't really know nobody. You just say, hey, they were black and had a red coat on. You know, you don't really know how they look. But if it's people in the community who really know who did this, I'm not sure if no one really want to get on the stand, testify, and do all of that shit and still live in the same community. So I'm not sure if this case would be solved. But I do think everybody know who did this. I believe the police know who did this. I just believe they need a smoking gun. You know, some DNA evidence, an eyewitness testimony. And I believe that's something that's going to be hard for them to get, in my opinion. So who do I say killed them? I can't specifically pinpoint anyone, but I can say if you do your homework and look at this, I'm pretty sure you'll realize who are some of the people who had something to do with this, in my opinion. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the homie Truth.